Do you like reading?
To be honest, I'm not really into reading long book. I find it a bit hard to sit in still for hours. However, I do enjoy scrolling through short article or news update on my phones and TV.
Where do you usually read?
I usually read book in my bedroom, where is the quietest place in my house, and I love scrolling up in my bed with a good book before going to sleep. Occasionally, I also visit a local cafe some weekend to enjoy coffee with read while I'm reading.
What do you like to read?
Well, I'm really into comic book and scientific novel because it appeals all the way super thrilling and imaginative. From time to time, I also read some self-help books to learn new skill life and improve myself.
Do you read for pleasure or to get information?
I would say that I read book for both, uh, but it's mostly depend on my mood. On which day, uh, I mainly read to get information, like skimming through the textbook or the article for my study. But on the weekend, I prefer reading entirely for pleasure to clear my mind and reduce stress.
Alright, now we move on to part 2. In this part 2, I give you a topic card and you need to prepare it in 1 minute and present it in 2 minutes. Do you understand? Okay, here's your pencil and paper for note taking. Thumbs up.
Okay, today I'm going to talk about my childhood books, with the worst famous manga series is Doraemon, the legendary comic book work written by Fujiko F. Fujiko, a brilliant, uh, a brilliant Japanese manga artist. I first read it when I was in primary school student, about 8 years old. Um, my older my older brother bought me my first volume, and I instantly fell in love with it. The story revolves around Doraemon, a robot from the 20th century who traveled back in time to help a lazy but kind-hearted schoolboy named Nobita. Doraemon possessed a magical bag, uh, a magical four-dimension base, which contain many magical uh, magical things to help Nobita from his daily life troubles. There are some reasons why I really like this book. First of all, it sparked my imagination about the world when I can have a thing to do when I in troubles, like the time machine to explore the past, or the anywhere door to travel everywhere I want to go. Even though I'm much older now, Doraemon still have a whole a special place in my heart. I guess that's all I want to say.
We have been talking about book. I would like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions relating to this topic. So, tips of books that young people like to read and the reasons.
Well, that's hard to say because the choice of genre can try a general choice from person to person. But I think young viewers tend to reading self-help books because the type book often in young people because it gives them lesson to solve different problem in their life, or it's a teacher get sarcasm a useful skill to develop themselves. Okay, and also from my personal, I thought an over-seasoned novel can be considered to be another choice of many young people to read for pleasures. They read it for explore their imagination and reduce stress.
The difference between the reading habits of old people and young people.
In my opinion, there are two twice different here. On the one hand, old people usually look toward reading just traditional newspaper or magazine because they want to update news, and it have made it a habit for decades. Moreover, since they are retired, they have more free time to read and enjoy their publication slowly. And on the other hand, some people tend to read to widen their horizons, and I think assessing with science novels to self-help book, they generally prefer reading digital content on their smartphones rather than physically newspapers.
The difference between paper books and e-books.
When it comes to paper books, they cost less eye station and offer a wonderful experience. I think it's perfect for uh, who dislike stare the eye to a phone or computer too long. But ebooks offer much more flexibility because they are stored in portable device like table and MacBook. You can easily carry an entire library wherever you go. I think it's incredibly convenient for traveling.
It is easier for children who start reading from a young age to succeed. Why?
I think I totally agree with this statement. When children pick up reading habits early, uh,
It is easier for children who start reading from a young age to succeed. Why?
I think I totally agree with this statement. When children pick up reading habits early, their intellectual ability tend to develop fast because the book exposes them to a complex language, structure, and diverse concepts. And I think reading keeps them curious and eager to learn more about the world around them. And in the future, these habits significantly their contract in how they study and work in the career.
The popularity of reading now and is a past. Who read more, the young versus the old? Why? It is easier for children who start reading from a young age to succeed. Why?
I think I totally agree with this statement. When children pick up reading habits early, their intellectual ability tend to develop fast because the book exposes them to a complex language, structure, and diverse concepts. And I think reading keeps them curious and eager to learn more about the world around them. And in the future, these habits significantly their contract in how they study and work in the career.
The popularity of reading now and is a past. Who read more, the young versus the old. Why?
I think that the older read more than youth because retired people have more free time and feel distraction from digital gadgets. They young people they consume a vast amount of text online daily, often to occupy with their career, study, and digital entertainment to sit down to read a complete book.
Do people prefer reading a book or a film based on that book? Why?
I think it heavily depends on personal preference, uh, but movie adaptations attract a wide audience because they are visually engaging and take less time to understand about it. However, a reader usually prefer the book because the literature allow for internal more knowledge and intricate character development that to how film simply cannot capture, and books simulate the imagination in a way that film can do it.
The kinds of books popular in Vietnam and the reasons.
I think in Vietnam the self-help books are the most popular because it's in among university students and young professionals they who need skill life, and I think self-help book can give them some some useful subjects and personal growth for them.